So, what's going on?
Okay, I have received discovery requests from Attorney Backus. They're asking for a lot of your financial documents, and they're asking for the entire length of the marriage. We have to produce this information within 30 days.
Wait, my financial documents?
Yes, bank statements, tax returns, pay stubs.
Why would they need that information?
Well, she has to prove her case to the judge. She's asking for quite a bit of your financial assets. Is there anything I need to be aware of?
As far as?
Major purchases, bank accounts that she may not know about that could be discovered. Are you hiding anything?
Major purchase? I mean, her wedding ring was around $20K.
Okay.
The wedding was over $250,000. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I purchased her a separate house.
When was this?
I'm not sure on the date. Probably about maybe a year in. Yeah.
Okay. Well, she's asking for the house. Maybe we could just offer her some equity?
What? Equity in my house. So basically, she reaps the benefits of, like, she's staying in the house, but she had nothing to do with me purchasing that. So is that even fair?
By virtue of y'all being married, it's marital property, which is subject to equitable division.
Wow. Okay. You said in 30 days?
30 days. How quickly can you get me the information?
It's gonna have to take some time because I just, like, of course, like my mortgage payments, I can just email those to you, but
Okay.
that's good. Equity in my house.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just say, what happens if I can't provide these things?
So we'll probably get into a discovery dispute. Basically, we have to at least try to work it out. If we're unable to work it out, she could file a motion with the court and the judge will make you produce these documents. They can also file subpoenas to certain banks. Does Amber know where you bank?
We do have a joint account. But yeah, she probably knows how the business is.
Well, if she knows where the accounts are, she can easily subpoena them and go around us, basically.
Okay. All right. Is that it?
That's it for now. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Okay. I'll try to do so as soon as possible.
Let's look at them.
Yeah. Oh, one more. Amber, some $7,500 earrings.
Why would you do that?
Well, it was kind of like a parting gift, because these divorce proceedings, as you know, can get messy, and I was just trying to give her something so she wouldn't go so hard during this divorce.
A parting gift?
Yeah.
Now, she's saying that you have all this income, and you making $7,500 purchases only proves her point. We don't want to show that you have all this income.
Okay, you're right.
Where are the earrings now?
I still have them. Just in case, Amber changed her mind and wanted them back.
Don't make any more major purchases. None.
Okay. When you say major, like, is there a dollar amount that?
If it's over $500, you can't afford it right now.
Over 500. Okay. You said I need those documents turned in within 30 days?
30 days, yes.
Well, actually, I have a trip out the country planned within those 30 days.
What kind of trip? Is this a business trip?
My business, it can always turn into a business trip, but I'm going to Jamaica. But actually, just to kind of relax. Yeah.
Is this a business trip, yes or no?
Not exactly.
Why would you plan a trip during the divorce proceedings?
I didn't know that they were going to be looking at my financial records like that.
Have these payments already been made?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
I don't advise you go on this trip if you haven't paid for it already. Who's the trip with?
The mother of my child.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The baby we're hiding?
Well, everyone knows about my son now, so I just figured, I just go. Like I said, I didn't know they would be looking extensively this hard at my financial records.
They will. And they will see those payments, and they will see flight purchases. I don't advise you go.
Okay. So I can't go. Nothing over $500. Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm not going. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
Okay, we'll call Terry. Right. I'm telling you, man. Real estate. Yes, that's what I do. Real estate. So I'm gonna stick to that. You do the stock market, and we'll do it. Hey, let me call you back. I fell in love with the outside. And I really didn't take care of what was on the inside. That's probably why all the other rooms aren't furnished.
But she caused all this mess in our marriage. Like, you got the nerve to cry? That's crazy. Let me ask you a question. How does that make you feel? Knowing that she's crying and her heart is broken on you. Do you feel anything?
I feel bad for us. That's what I feel bad for. I feel bad for you. You're the one who's hurt.
Hey, you know, bullfrog. I'm trying to teach him the word of God. That's what I'm trying to do.
No, Brittany, you got somebody coming all the way out here.
Yeah, I'm coming.
I could have took you home.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Well, I know he's waiting, but before you go, I just wanted to say thank you.
For what?
So the other day when we spoke, you talked about devils around me and discerning them and being careful, and I realized that Anthony is the devil.
Nah, I ain't put no name on there.
Well, I did, because let me tell you, Shayla came over here banging on my door looking for my husband. And I realized that I have had peace for quite some time now. I've had peace. And here comes Shayla and Anthony communicating with him. It's just not good for me. And I realized it's confusing. And then you said the Bible said that God is not the author of confusion.
He ain't wrote a book confusing yet?
Exactly. So
I ain't called no name, but if the fruit is there, then you identify the tree. But I ain't put no name on it.
But that's what I'm saying. And the fruit is there. And as a matter of fact, I told him today to get out of my life. That I didn't want any parts. I'm tired of this. I'm sick of going through this with him and Shayla and the baby. And it's just like, it's the devil.
But you know what I like? I like the fact that you drew to your own conclusion. I'm so glad I ain't opened my mouth. But all I can say is darkness. That's darkness.
And I just want peace. I just want the Spirit of God to be in this home. And I know he can't live here and confusion be here at the same time. He's not the author of confusion.
He's not.
And I'm honestly, if I'm just real, I've been feeling very confused. Him asking me out on dates and all this stuff. And it's like, God just opened my eyes. And I don't want any parts of this any longer. I don't want to live in confusion.
You know, when I zip my lip and I'm that quiet, that means that I ain't gonna tell you I agree. I just ain't gonna say nothing. Now walk me on.
Over there with a baby, and you ain't even trying to be with her. I can't stand Negroes like you. You ain't nothing but a low-down dirty dog, Anthony. And you know it, just like I know it. Which is why you're looking at me crazy, because I'm calling you out on your crap. You know what? You asked me to leave your house. I am gonna leave. Amber, I'm praying for you. Because this Negro is hell in walking form. Have a good day, Lucifer.
I'm kind of irreplaceable. I'm kind of one of a kind now. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but
You're irreplaceable, babe?
I mean, hey.
I mean, I think that for sure. But Amber's gonna have to move on. You're mine now.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I don't know if it's you know, they say a woman who's scorned it's gonna take something more than I think a new man to.
But I feel like if she got into a new relationship, then she would really be able to move on from all of this. And the reason why she's not is because you're already moved on with somebody else, but she doesn't have anyone. So if she was to get her own man that was treating her right and giving her attention, I promise she wouldn't be on your back the way she is now.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
But also, too, I don't think it's tit for tat. Like, oh, I'm in a relationship, so she has to get one. It's like, you know, she doesn't need to rush. I mean, she's gonna get some money. I mean,
How much? Stop. Like, what are you saying? She gonna get some money?
I don't know. I mean, she already got a house out of me, so.
I mean, but that house is nothing, honestly. Like, you owe her that house, so that's fine. She can have that, and you can keep everything else that you have. But I just know that life would be easier if she had her own thing going on and wasn't worried about what we're doing. I really feel like that's standing in the way of our happiness and what we want for our future.
Maybe. You just drew this conclusion out of thin air?
Yeah, I was just thinking about it. But life is much better when you have your own man.
Well, you got your own man.
I'm grateful.
In the shower.
Okay, so I'm doing a little bit of flashbacks here just to show you what is really going on. So Anthony had already devised a plan with him and Shayla to soften Amber's heart. And so he was just basically telling Shayla to trust him in the process. Just trust the process. But he would have to do some things that will soften her heart, to ease her heart, to make it better for the two of them. And so he went to go see his attorney. And when he went to the attorney told him that Amber, attorney, which is Brittany, was wanting to get his financial records. And once she got the financial records, she will be able to see everything he had going on. So he was just going through like a list of stuff of what he had done purchase and how would it affect him far as the divorce. And the attorney was basically saying how she's going to attack a lot of your assets, and she have a strong possibility of winning because of the affair. And him and his attorney was basically saying that initially he needed to hide the fact that Kai is his child. But then when it all came out that Kai was his child, he was basically saying that it's already out now, and so it is what it is. But he wanted to also plan a vacation with his baby's mom, because he kind of just relieve everything's out in the open, and he just truly wanted to kind of just be with her. And she said no, told him not to take this trip, because if he could trace back to him, that's just another thing that is going to hurt him in the end of this divorce. So at the end of the conversation, he basically asked her, well, how much time do I have? And she told him at the time, 30 days. Within 30 days, if we don't turn over these financial records, they're just going to subpoena the court and force you to turn over the financial records. Well, that's when Anthony stepped into play. So he proceeded to started to go back over to Amber's and try to win her over in order to keep her from requesting those financial records. But that's what Brittany was talking about when she was talking to her initially, prior to Amber telling her that she wanted to work on her marriage, because they hadn't never received the financial records. So she was basically trying to see what she can do if he tried not to give it to her. And so Brittany reached out to one of her friends, and he told her, based off of what was going on, that she told her ways to get more money out of him. But they definitely needed those financial records. Well, he had 30 days to produce the records for his financial information, and he devised this plan to soften her heart, to win her over until he could move stuff around. And so this is what you're seeing while he is call himself trying to get back with her. He's trying to manipulate her to hold off so he could get better control over his assets. Now, the attorney told him, as far as the house was concerned, she will be entitled to some of the equity in his home. But he was like, well, I already bought her house. So that house that Amber has, he bought it. And she told him, but she wants part of your house. And she knows that's one of the biggest things that Anthony have a problem with, his home. So that's why when they were talking on the porch, he kept reminiscing about his house. So this goes to show you, Anthony's mind is still focused on him. And even today, when he said that it's through her that their marriage is being held together from her strength, not his, he's telling her in subtle ways he does not want to be with her. Now, by putting himself in the position of being around her all the time, he's putting himself in a position where she could soothe him over by what she says and how she is soothing his heart. This is why I think Amber probably have a plan of her own. Prior to that conversation on the back porch, if you go back and look at the video that I did when Brittany called him a liar, Amber was completely sold in to the fact of reconciling with her husband, especially after she had talked to Wayne. But when Brittany basically called him out and said what it was he was doing, because she's an attorney too, so she knows this angle, they do it all the time, he couldn't say nothing other than get out my house. The look on Amber's face, I think at that point, Amber realized it was all a game. So now she's playing him. Because remember, right before all of that came out, Brittany says, it doesn't matter what he says to your face. It's what he's saying behind your back. And I think she is on the verge of, he's playing in her face and doing everything else behind her back. And that's why ever since that skit, every time they have a conversation, she looks a bit off about what she's doing. She's saying stuff that's the right thing, but her facial expression is not adding up to what she's saying. And after listening to all this and going back, because I'm trying to research some stuff that everybody's got questions on, I finally connect the dots. This is a plan for Amber. I know y'all don't like to look at it like that because she's using God as that plan. I made a comment in one of my things. I said that it's strange that she never went to Mama Brenda or Pastor Chris. And that's because they are both very discerning peoples. And they will tell her she's wrong for what she's doing. But since Anthony wanted to play in her face and use her as she was naive, I think she'll ask for forgiveness later. But what I thought I am truly standing on, Amber got a plan up her sleeves. Go ahead, y'all. Tell me what y'all think. But let's talk in the comments section. I know y'all don't want to think on those lines, but I don't think Amber is sincere as she's leading him on to believe. I just think she has to play this game the way he was willing to play the game with her. And she'll ask for forgiveness another day. As always, be your brothers and your sisters' keeper. Keep God first. And toodles.